Okay, so we're going to go through four things today. As I told you yesterday, or actually Monday, been 2 days now, wanted to go over the process of how we'll do everything, make sure that you're comfortable with that and set with that and can access everything we need, and then curriculum will start the week of the 24th. So on the 24th, there'll be office hours for period 1, 8:40 to 9:20. So if you have any issues, your second assignment is due that day at 3:15. You can use this link and basically come right in and answer your question. There may be different people on there, but we can go through and get done what we need to get done right away. Last class period on Monday, we went over Canvas, navigation, different tabs and icons that you have available. Today we'll go over the last three, so we'll use the modules tab, we'll use the GoFormative tab, and we'll use the Edmentum tab, and we'll get you set up for all of those things. The Edmentum and GoFormative are going to have specific sign-in and login requirements for you to be able to take work that you do and have it transfer to Canvas grades and Aries grades. So you want to make sure that you follow those specifically. There are 2 PowerPoint presentations. We'll go through that together and then go step by step for that. So you'll be set on that. And then the assignment that we did Monday, in terms of you answering whether you could see and access your school email as well as navigate Canvas, any issues there, is due on Friday. Most of you have already submitted that, but if you haven't, you have until 3:15 on Friday to do that. And then what I show you today, you'll have until 3:15 on Monday to do, and you'll be set. So if you get done during the class today, what we do, you won't have anything until we meet again next Wednesday. So let me send, I got a question in the chat. All right, so let me share my screen with you. So real quick, the 2 things we went over in terms of Canvas navigation and your school email from Monday's class period is very, very simple. Now, if you notice on the right-hand side, it's a little bit different than it was on Monday, as now I have a week 1 announcement. So the little bullhorn on the right-hand side means that's a new announcement that you'll want to read. Basically just sort of summarizes what we did Monday and what's coming up. The Canvas and school email assignment is what we did in class on Monday when we met via Zoom. So if you've already submitted that, you're going to be fine. I can check that for you if you want to wait at the end. And then today's individual assignment, the logins, you're going to submit that electronically to me. If you do that during class, when we go step by step, you'll be set. You won't have anything, as I said, until next Wednesday. Or if you want, you can finish that as long as it's turned in by next Monday. So the right-hand side is probably going to be the most important part for your notifications and information on what goes on. The same announcements are over on the left-hand side tab. You can see that I added this the other day, all right, just in terms of a week 1 announcement of what we're doing. Talks about what we did at the start of the week, what's going to be due by the end of the week, and then your modules page in the week 1 announcements, you can see that I've added 2 presentations, and that's what we will go over today. So you will want to open Canvas. So you go ahead and open Canvas and log in. The second thing we did was made sure that you could see your school email. If you've noticed, some of the messages that go through Canvas also show up on your school email. Does for me. Anytime that you send a message through Canvas, it'll show up on my school email. So you want to make sure that you know that you can use that tab right there. The Outlook 365 tab to bring up your school email like that. Or if you want, you can use the Canvas page to navigate back to the school website. And same thing. Click on the Outlook, and that is where your school email can be found. So make sure that you're checking that on a regular basis. Okay, so first thing from the home page, we went over this Zoom meeting link. That's going to stay the same through at least the end of September. It's the same process as clicking here. YouTube channel, remember all the videos from class. If you miss a class, they're going to be up here so you can see all of the periods from the first day that we met. And then yesterday, here's an econ video that goes over the process of what we're just about to do. Then obviously, if you were world history, it would be there. So every day, and I'll put one up for today as well in terms of 819, what we did will be there for you to access. You can review that and move on. We're going to go over this GoFormative and what the process of that is. We're going to go over the Edmentum today. We talked about the announcements. The announcements are the same things. They're going to be right here. And then we'll also use learning modules. So we went over these three icons basically in this V shape right here on Monday. I'm going to take right upside down V and go over all three of those today. So you're going to want to go to your learning modules. Your learning modules is going to be the location where we're going to have each of the week's assignments there. And I'll probably label them weeks. We've got 15 weeks after this, not counting finals or the week of Thanksgiving. It'll just be easier to keep it organized that way. So here in the week one overview and to-do list, right, we're talking about week one online logins, right? How are we going to access these things? That's what we're going to do. If you click next, this is going to be the GoFormative location. As I said, I'm going to run through this right now very quickly, and then we'll come back and go step by step. But you have to follow these steps exactly as you can see. Number one. Number two, you're going to have to use your real first name, real last name, no nicknames, or it's not going to sync with Canvas or Aries, and you won't get credit for the work you do. And then you have to use your school email as the email account of record or the email on the account for that record where your scores are not going to transfer properly. So GoFormative, just for those of you that have not used it before, though I'm sure many of you have, is just a holding location. And you can also take quizzes and have other information disseminated there. So in GoFormative, it's going to be a place where we can keep and send resources, notes, vocabulary. You can also take a quiz or assignment and upload that there. So one of the things at the end of the last year when you guys were juniors in the school closures, people had to claim whether they wanted credit or no credit. So here you can see it's multiple choice, right? Would you like credit or would you like to receive a letter grade? And you could fill that out and then the responses are shown, right? Responses are shown. So it's going to be something that we're going to use quite often. And you want to make sure that you follow this process exactly. So GoFormative sign up in class selection. I'm going to send you the join code. As I said, just listen and then watch the slides here, and then we'll go step by step together and make sure you're all logged in there. So you're going to go to GoFormative.com and you're going to click right there on the sign up button. On the sign up button, you're going to get a choice of I'm a teacher, I'm a student. You're going to select I'm a student. There's going to be a join code that I'm going to give you to join period 1 econ. You have to use your real first name and last name, no nicknames, or it's not going to sync with your grades. You have to use your school account as the email of record. If you don't, your grades aren't going to sync. Everything you do, you're not going to get credit for. All right, so go ahead and log into a internet browser, right? Whether it be Chrome, Safari, whatever you have, and type in GoFormative.com. Go ahead and sign and select sign up. And now I'm going to send you the code. So if you click on sign up here, you're going to select I'm a student, and then it's going to ask for the code, right? It's going to ask for the code. Code for period 1. Then I'll send this in the chat as well. It's going to be the letter Q. Letter C, the number 2, the letter A, the letter E, the letter J. If you want to copy and paste that, I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Okay. So once you add that code, you're going to get this, right? Join my class, and you're going to create an account. So even if you've had an old account in GoFormative, unless you've used your real name, first and last, as well as your school email with the ID number, you're going to have to create an account. So once you go there, you're going to take your ID number, add the school's email to that. I'm going to make mine password, create free account. And then you've got to use your real first name, real last name, right? When you go there and hit let's go, this is what you should see. You should see 2 things. Week number 1 and vocabulary days 1 through 5. Click on the bottom choice first, days 1 through 5. And as I said, this is just going to be a holding session where you can see different things that we may need as resources. All right. And then if you can see that, I want you to select yes. Right. So I can see the assignment, which is week 1, which is what I'm in right now. And I can see vocabulary days 1 through 5. Once you've selected yes, go ahead and hit submit. I will be able to check and make sure that you've done that correctly. And if it shows up, you've got half of the work done for today. So period 1. There we go. All right. So as you add those in there, be able to see that. So Kayla, Crystal have already done it. They showed up right. I'll check and make sure that your email login was correct. Perfect. Right? Everybody that's showing up so far is good. If you have questions, let me know. Okay, we've got 7 more responses to go. Make sure that when you go to week number 1 and you select yes, that you go ahead and submit that. So Alex, are you able to see that? All right, Alex hit submit. Got 1 more to submit, then we can move on to the next one. Okay, we're set. All right, so from what I can tell and what I can tell from the roster, everybody had no problem selecting yes and submitting. Everybody looks like they signed up. Is that right? Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You're good?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Oren. All right, so second part, you guys are like advanced. We're way faster than yesterday. Second part, and if you want, you can click next on your canvas. We'll talk about Edmentum. So Edmentum is going to be basically courseware and assignments that you'll do outside of our regular Wednesday Zoom meeting. So it's just a location that you can access through Canvas. It'll automatically record and grade and send everything and sync that with your Canvas as well as your Aries. If you want to click next, you can get there by clicking next. If you wanted to go back out, once again, you can go to learning modules. You can go down to week 1 overview and click on presentation from Edmentum. Or if you wanted to, you could go to assignments, or excuse me, go to modules on the side, not assignments, and click on presentation Edmentum. So there's generally more than one way to get all of those things showing. We had somebody else just come in, make sure I get them. Okay, so this presentation from here, oh goodness. Did any of you guys have to come get books yesterday, speaking of anything? Did anybody have to come get books? Okay, let me show you this. You guys are gonna love this. So textbook distribution is like right 9 to 1. Hopefully you can see out the window here. I'm gonna turn this sideways and see if you guys can see. They're already lined up about 150 people deep. Yesterday, I guess the wait was like 2 hours. So anyway, I thought it would break up the monotony, but maybe you don't care. So Edmentum presentation, same thing. I'll go over the entire process and then we'll go step by step how to do this. And then we'll have you submit an assignment electronically through Edmentum that'll show up in Canvas and will be set. So once again, you're gonna have to follow the steps exactly. You're gonna have to use your real first name, last name, and you're gonna have to use your email account, basically your tablet login information, your username and password to get in. So it's not as hard as GoFormative in terms of the setup because the login, but you wanna make sure that you're accurate there. So a couple of things. Just as in Canvas, you can access the Edmentum site from 2 different locations. So you can access that, right, from the school's website. So if you click here, you can go from here. Or if you want, you can go from your Canvas site, and that's what the last icon is. So this icon here is the same thing that you'll find on the school website on the right-hand side. So I just tried to make it simple in terms of what happens. So once you click on that, it may ask you, okay, to log in using Clever. So Plato courseware, either location, okay, your Canvas or the school's website, and then this is gonna come up. You're gonna choose log in with Clever, all right? That's what you're gonna choose. You're gonna choose log in with Clever. Once you log in with Clever, you're gonna use, right, your school email, same thing that you log in your tablet with, as username, and password as password, all right? You're gonna get this screen that comes up, and then you're probably gonna get an icon that looks like this, all right? And it's gonna show Edmentum courseware assessments and resources, I think maybe the third term. You might not have as many icons as I do. It should log you into Edmentum. Your screen may look a little bit different, but it's gonna say courseware or active courses for you. Active courses, one of them should be my class, which would be Econ period 1. And that's gonna look something like that right there. All right. And then your screen will look a little bit different. Instead of having these icons here, you're gonna have something that says all activities right at this location. Under those activities, what I want you to do is select your Plato student orientation. And there's gonna be a PDF that comes up that has 3 videos. But we will, as I said, go step by step on that. All right, just a second, couple of questions here. Okay, so one of the questions that was asked in the chat privately is, do we have a textbook for this class? So short answer is yes, we have a textbook for this class. Long answer is, I don't think you'll use it. Now, if you want it as a resource for better understanding, that's fine. I think Mr. Nesper, the other econ teacher on campus, has found a digital link in a PDF format to the textbook, and I can share that with you. If you want to check out a textbook because you have to come get other textbooks, you're more than welcome to do that. But I will have no assigned reading in the textbook. My notes will cover everything that we need to cover in terms of the 16 things that I want you to learn before we leave. And then also any assignments that we do, the textbook would not be necessary for that. So that's completely up to you. Then other question in the chat, sorry, I'm just trying to, is the code. So the GoFormative code, I'm going to put in again. The GoFormative code is the letter Q as in queen, letter C as in cat, number 2, letter A as in apple, letter E as in excellent, and then letter J as in Joe. So make sure GoFormative that you use your first name and last name that are real, no nicknames. And then your email on the account has to be your school email. So it's the 6th digit at students-smjuhsd.org. All right. So go ahead and from your browser or in your browser, go ahead and access this Clever in one of 2 ways. So if you want to go to the browser and use the schools tab, you can. If you still have Canvas open, if you click back on the home page, all right, click on this one, it's the same thing. You're going to be able to log in. Now, if you're already logged into your Outlook, it may not require you to log in. If it does require you to log in, do not use the right-hand side, use the left-hand side where it says log in with your SMJUHSD account. When you click on that, it's going to ask you to pick an account to use. It's going to take you to your organization sign-in page. Stay signed in, reduce the number of times. You can click yes. Then you should get to a page that looks like this. You're going to have any of your teachers up in this area here. Any of your teachers that have a page are going to have this. These are going to be blank because I haven't added anything yet. What you're going to want to do is come down and find this icon here. Once you find this icon, when you click on that, that's going to bring up your courses. All right, so once you're there, you, depending upon the teacher, you're going to have a couple of different courses. Now, my courses or sections that are for my TAs, for my 3 econ sections, and my 2 world history sections. So you're going to click on your US Econ for Grok period 1, and down here in the bottom left, there should be a tab that says all activities. And when you click on that tab that says all activities, you should get a screen that looks like this. If you don't get that screen, let me know. Right? There's no worries. If something happens and you get kicked off Zoom or you lose your connection, you have to come back in. Don't worry about that. Those things happen. So don't feel bad about it. And we have plenty of time. So I'm not going to have 80 minutes worth of stuff just until, or just so that we have 80 minutes of stuff. I want to make sure that what you get well. So don't worry about catching up or getting kicked out and then having to come back in. We will make sure that we get you caught up. and there'll be time at the end to help any of you if you have any issues. All right, so now a couple of things. When you get here, this is basically just an outline of what we're going to have in the semester. So there's an intro to economics. There are free market and business units, the role of government in our economy, regulations in our economy, and then a end of semester sort of overview. All right, so there'll be things that we do throughout the semester. These will generally be the assignments that you'll do outside of class and be able to submit that. Now, when you go to your okay, so one of the questions in the chat, since Clever says I need Clever badges, requires a webcam, you want to click on the left-hand side. So probably what happened there is let me log out. So remember that you have to log in using your SMJ account. Don't use that right-hand side. So remember I said don't use this Clever badge login. Don't use this one at all. Do not use that, use this. Log in with your SMJ UHSD account. If you click on that and it doesn't let you, okay, use your username and password, hit your control button, the shift button, and delete. So not control alt delete, hit control shift delete. All right, when you do that, it's going to ask you to clear this data. So basically you want to clear these cached images and files. That's what's not allowing you to sign in. So that's control shift delete, clear the cache data, and that should allow you to sign in when you come back here. Don't select this one on the right, do the one on the left. Once you clear that cache data, it will allow you to sign in, and then you'll be able to get to that page. Okay, so once you're at that location, you're going to select all activities under my course, and you're going to go to Plato Orientation. And basically what it's going to show you, remember your tab is going to be over here. It's going to say all activities. Mine's in a different location. You're going to click on Plato Orientation. When you click on Plato Orientation, this is going to come up. There are 3 videos here. One is getting started.
Welcome to your online course. Let me show you around.
Okay. The second one is the learning experience.
Again, in this video, we'll take a peek at it.
And then the last one is some things to keep in mind. So total about 10 minutes. I think this is probably a little easier to navigate, maybe even than Canvas. But if you want to watch those videos, you can. Now, the second part of what you need to do, and this will be your assignment basically for the week, and you can finish this now and submit it. Remember that you can access the assignments through the learning modules or from the assignments tab on the left-hand side, right? So you can click assignments here. You could click assignments on the icon, or you could even click on the assignments under the to-do list, right? So what you're going to do basically is going to take a screenshot or download that PDF on getting started in terms of your Plato orientation, and then submit that for me. So I can see that you can submit these things electronically. So if I go to my home page, all right, in Canvas, let me use this so you can see the student view. Okay. So I can click here, I can click on Submit Assignment, and this is what you're going to do. You can upload a file. You can do text entry. So you're going to go to Plato, and what I'm going to do is you can use this download button if you want. You could right-click and save as. So I'm going to use the download button. You want to make sure that you know where you save that. So I'm going to save mine in downloads. And it'll come up with a file name automatically. And I'm going to hit save. Then all you have to do to complete the assignment is go to file upload or text entry. If you want to do text entry, you could do print screen key and then Control V into the area. So you could do a picture if you want. I'm going to do choose file. I'm going to go to downloads. I'm going to go to Plato Student Orientation, right? And then hit submit file. When I hit submit file, that is going to show up in Canvas. So when I go to Canvas, I can check and see who has submitted what. So if you do the download, that's what it's going to look like. Or you could do a picture. And I think there were some people that did just send a picture of the screen that they were able to do that. So you are going to submit that electronically via Canvas from that Plato. So that's what you want to do now. Okay, so so far we've got Guadalupe, yours shows up. Matt, looks like yours has showed up. Kayla, yours has showed up. Yasmin has showed up. Tim, yours did. Braden, yours did. Daniela, yours did. Julio, yours did. Looks like Armando's just did. Maybe a minute or two lag. Okay, so a couple of things. Question in the chat. Okay, so what happens if your Clever doesn't show all activities? Erwin, I'm going to make you a co-host real quick. You can share your screen with me and I'll see what the problem is. If you were able to submit electronically, and I said that I could see what you did, you're set. All you have to do is watch those 3 orientation videos if you want to feel or get more information or feel more comfortable using that resource. But other than that, that's all we had to do for today. So you can come on next Wednesday. I'll be available from 8:40 to 9:20 on Monday if you have any questions. So the assignment that you just uploaded is all you had to do for the rest of the week. If you haven't done it yet, as I said, I'll stay around until everybody's done and then help and get anything done with you that you might have questions on. But if you're all right and you've completed that already, then we'll see you next Wednesday. Have a great weekend. Erwin, if you share your screen with me down at the bottom, let me show you real quick. There should be.
Yeah, so I just clicked the green thing, the share screen, right?
Yeah, share the screen so I can see what is happening. Yeah.
All right.
That way I can see what you're looking at. So remember, next Monday is only if you need help. So Monday is office hours only if you need help. Use the same Zoom link. I'll be here on Zoom. Or if you just want to stop and say hi, that's fine too. But there's no assignment then. Okay, so we want to click on, Erwin, click where it says more apps. Okay, see the E that says Edmentum Courseware Assessment? Click on that.
Yeah.
That should bring up my course and any other courses you might have from other teachers. And then that's where you'll see the all activities.
All right. My bad, Mr. G.
Let's see if it works.
My bad, my internet is really slow.
There you go. So where it says Plato course, the second one down, it'll say all activities. Yep, and you select that. That's going to bring up the same screen that you saw on mine. And the first one there should be Plato Orientation.
Plato Orientation?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is this like kind of like the old Plato?
Yes. Yep, it is. So then if you click on that Plato Orientation, you'll get a start button, I think, that comes up next for you. So if you hit play, it'll give you that same file that I just had. There you go. Then you'll use the download button, download that to a location, and that's when you can then upload that in your Canvas and then get credit.
Okay.
All right, awesome.
All right. All right, sounds good. All right, thank you.
My pleasure. Okay. Anybody else have questions? So remember, Monday is office hours only. If you have any questions, need any help, that's fine. Some of you are still waiting, so let me check who else we've got here. And I can tell you whether yours are in or not. Okay, Alex, yours is showing up now. Aldair, yours is showing up now. Let's see, we got Braden, I think his was there. Braden, yours is showing up. Daniela, yours is showing up. Who else we've got left on the Zoom? Delia. Caesar. Still waiting. Haven. Erwin's in the process. Jacob Ramirez. Still waiting. Salvatore's. Guadalupe, yours is showing up.
Mr. Grant,
Yes.
my Canvas doesn't have a submit button.
Doesn't have a submit button. Okay, so I'm going to make you a co-host. Share your screen with me
All
so
right.
I can see. So the green button down at the bottom that says share screen
Okay.
or new share. Ooh. Okay, scroll up a little bit. Should be in the upper right. Can you move your bar up? Okay. So yours does not have. Okay, so go to your home page. Oh, that is weird. You've got nothing showing up in the upcoming. Okay, so let me check two things. So that's there. Check people. Well, it shows there. Huh. All right, well, you're on the roll. Okay, so close that out real quick.
The whole thing?
Actually, click on log out. Is there a log out? Oh, where it says log in. Click on the login part. Okay, log in again. Okay, then click on your courses. Okay, now on the right-hand side, you can see it. Now you can click on individual assignment login. There's the submit button. Now you can click on it. You should be set.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure.